I used to have it all. The helicopters, the yacht, the supercars. But after one small money glitch, Rockstar decided that they needed to reset my account. Now I'm forced to rebuild my multi-million-dollar empire off of nothing. This is my Rags to Riches series, episode 11. What's going on, guys? My name is Salty Table, and welcome back to episode 11 of my Rags to Riches series. If you guys are enjoying it so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are what keeps this channel alive, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys. Anyways, today we're going to be focusing on the vehicle warehouse in GTA. What is it? How much can I make from it? How to do it? You know, basically, I'm going to give you a full rundown of how to import a car this episode, how to export it, basically all the information you need to know. So when you come into GTA, register yourself as a CEO, then come sit down at this chair. And when you sit down at the chair, access your computer. And the vehicle warehouse option is going to be this middle one right here. You're going to have three options right here. You're going to want to press this middle one right here. Now, don't be overwhelmed by these three buttons right here. You have warehouse map and renovate. Renovate is basically you can upgrade your warehouse, but we're not going to do that. We're going to have warehouse map, and basically this is so you can see all your warehouses, but we only have one, and that's the vehicle warehouse, so not important to us yet. And then we have the one that we're going to use, the source vehicle. Now when you hit source vehicle and confirm, you're going to initiate a vehicle import mission, and you will get a prompt sometimes you won't, above your mini-map. It says like Tyrus, top range. I mean, you could have the X80 Proto, you could have a bunch of different ranges, and the main three ranges we're going to be getting in this game is standard, mid, and top. There are only three ranges. Listen up, Karen. Alright, stop talking over me. So standard range vehicles are going to sell for $30,000. Mid-range vehicles are going to sell for $50,000. And then we got top, which is what we want 100% of the time, which is $80,000. Now, that of course is best case scenario, alright? You could totally damage your car, and the maximum damage you can get is $20,000, alright? So, you could basically get like, you can literally get like $60,000 worst case scenario with a top range vehicle, and like 10 grand with a standard, which is, oh my god, why did you even do the mission? You know, kind of like that mentality. So here we are, we're loading in, and I want to show you guys that you might end up going really far. So what I suggest is using what we learned from doing all our VIP works in sites here, and just call a Merryweather helicopter for $1,000. You don't need to go into your VIP menu and order a $25,000 buzzard. That's insane. You can literally, so we're just going to go to Merryweather, we're going to order a helicopter for $1,000, and here we are, we're going to wait for it. And here's the helicopter, finally got here, and just like always guys, just shoot the driver, take the helicopter, and I'm just gonna cut to when we get up north, because it's a kind of a long flight, but it'd be an even worse drive. So here we are, we're way up north, we're over by Trevor's Airfield, and as we come in, you guys want to be extremely careful. If you have to go into combat, I would suggest avoiding it. You know, if you can do a mission stealthy, do it that way, but if you have to go into combat, like right here, then don't shoot your car. You know, it sounds funny, but sometimes enemies take cover behind it, but try to avoid it. You know, walk around different angles, just try not to shoot your car. I actually get really close to shooting it right there because the enemy took cover behind the top range vehicle, and one bullet of damage is going to do a lot more damage, or cost a lot more on a top range vehicle than a standard range vehicle. And I'd also like to point out that top range imports are going to be a little bit harder to do than standard range imports. The missions to import the vehicles are going to be harder based on the value of the car. So a standard range mission for a standard range vehicle is going to be pretty easy, should be pretty easy, and a top range vehicle is going to have these enemies, you know, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Now any mission that you have that requires you to go into combat and shoot enemies, you will have enemies pursuing you, like right here. I attempt to lose my tail by throwing a sticky bomb. However, my poor driving makes me flip over a pedestrian vehicle. I don't even know how that's possible, but it does. You know, whatever, Rockstar. But thankfully, we got snacks from Karen, so we got plenty of health all stocked up. And that is something really important, is don't let your character die. Because if your car stops moving, you're literally going to have to fight these enemies to get back to your car, and then when you get to your car, you're gonna have to accelerate again, so you'd probably get upwards of $12,000 in damage. I wouldn't consider myself lucky, No, because I got like 7k in damage, and even when I finished this mission, I got 9k in damage, so it's not... Try to aim for like 3k in damage averaging. This was a really bad mission for me, even by my standards. And here we go, when I finish... It was actually really cool, guys, is when you buy a vehicle warehouse, you actually get a pretty cool animation from Karen, or your assistant, as it's called in the game. So I'll let you guys watch that here.
Oh, it's the boss. Okay, here's our new vehicle warehouse. Let me show you around. We're gonna store all our vehicle cargo here before selling it. We can fit 40 cars in here. We got a vending machine and some personal space back there for getting some shut-eye and changing your clothes. When you bring a car back, it'll get fixed up and listed on Ad Hoc's Autos. When you access the website from the laptop on the desk, you'll see your current stock of cars and be able to select how many you want to offload and to who. The amount you can sell at any one time is dependent on how many associates you got on hand. If we want to chase the bigger commissions, we're going to need to modify the cars to the bigger buyer specifications. Remove trackers, change paint jobs, rims, apply other mods. Different buyers got different requirements. The mechanic's on site to handle all that. It's an independent operator, so it costs to repair stolen cars that come in damaged, and to do the mods. But believe me, it makes life easy. And you see the door over there? That'll take you all the way down to the underground facility. You renovated down there, so there's somewhere to store any of those big, unwieldy modified vehicles off the Warstock site. Only place to accommodate anything from a huge Phantom Wedge to an amphibious Blazer Aqua. And that's it. We should get to work. The more vehicle cargo we move, the more of an interest SecuroServe's gonna take in the company. We steal enough cars, they'll throw us some special vehicle work. Come by the office when you want to source that next car. See you, boss.
There we go. Okay, so that was a pretty good rundown of everything, jumbled up into about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I don't know how long the animation is, but I want to touch on some key points she made that may not have been clear. So, yes, if you are the only one in your CEO, you will only be able to sell one car at a time. It's not like crates where you can sell like 111 at a time. For vehicles, you need one. For every vehicle you want to sell, you need another person in your SecuroServe. So, mostly this being a solo money tutorial. Starting off, I will do multiplayer stuff going forward, but starting off as a solo, I will just do one vehicle at a time. So here we go. When we log on to our computer in the vehicle warehouse, nothing too confusing, just one button, export, and you'll notice $100,000. However, to sell that, to get the modifications, we need to pay $20,000. So that's why I say $80,000 when we get a top range vehicle, and that's best case scenario, whatever, yada yada yada. So once, it doesn't matter what customizations you get, but it is fun to put some personalized stuff on it. I mean, as a low level, we don't own supercars, so this is a fun business to run. You get to drive supercars. I mean, you don't even have to buy them. It's just a little stressful because of the pricing, and there are many locations for drops. I want to show you guys. So right here, it could be a possible drop for a top range, and then up in the Vinewood Hills, you could get one, and then there's one a little bit lower. And then there's this one, of course, that I have. And then you have the really far ones that are way up north. That's at the Mega Ranch. And then you have the Martin Madrazo drop. Those are going to be the main top range cells. And if you notice, it makes you drive literally like through the city where most of the players are. You don't have to follow the waypoint, of course. And I'd like to point out is that if there are other players in the session, you will not get enemies chasing you. However, if you are the only one selling in a solo lobby by yourself, you will get enemies. That also counts, like if you and a friend are in a lobby and you guys are in the same CEO, you will get enemies. But if you guys aren't, then you won't. So here we go, we finished the mission. Of course, I'm being a little as careful as I can, but I got like a little bit of damage on my car. I don't remember what happened, but I got a little bit of damage, and I got 100,000, deducting that 20,000, so that's like 80 minus the whatever, couple $100. So basically we got $80,000. So that's basically the rundown of the car business. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I know you guys are asking for longer episodes, but I don't want to jumble too much information. There's a lot that goes into these businesses that I'd like to cover, but I also don't want to make too long of a video that drags on and then is just uninteresting to watch. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, please hit that like and subscribe button. You guys are what keeps this channel alive. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much, and take it easy.